Welcome to the Game 4 podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christ.
We here day before Thanksgiving in the building working hard when all the other your favorite podcast folks are taking a night off, chilling, sipping. What do people drink eggnog for Thanksgiving?
Nah.
What do they?
Gravy.
Gravy. Sipping gravy out the gravy bowl. We here. It's the
cranberry
Shannus.
sauce all week.
Yeah.
Cranberry sauce is disgusting.
I've never even put it towards my mouth.
You a terrorist if you
Cranberry
Cranberry
sauce,
sauce.
chitlins.
Chitlins are disgusting.
You can take ambrosia salad, and you
Well,
can
I don't
take
even know what that
and you
is.
can take stuffing. That's
Stuffing
not
is
Just- I hate when people stuff a beautiful turkey with some nasty ass dry bread.
Some
That's-
wet
hate
celery
It's awful.
flavored bread.
You can take all of those things and you can put that in the gift basket and send it to your enemies.
See, I have Lance looking at me crazy. I have a passion for food, so I hate when something is destroyed like that.
That shit's terrible.
You're gonna have grapes on Thanksgiving anyway, so you don't care.
What's wrong
But I
with
don't.
grapes?
No, Lance be holding.
Lance
Lance will
people,
eat
he-
grapes around us, and when we leave, take a pizza from under the bed.
Lance
and
will eat
smash a
two
pizza.
things. Like there'll be 20 things on it. He'll just find 2 things he likes and he'll eat that.
Yeah, like
Sweet potatoes.
I talked to my mom today, and she said she ain't making a turkey. I was like, yeah, that's fine.
That's see,
You don't like
I'd
sweet
be
potatoes?
hot.
Nah, what?
No, so my
Sweet
sister,
potatoes are really
Sweet
bad.
potatoes are amazing. No, Lance loves sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes are
my
bad.
sister making sweet potatoes, and she puts the right amount of diabetes.
Did she put marshmallows in it, or is that white people? Jay, do y'all put marshmallows in y'all?
Yeah. I got you.
I said, my sister.
You say sister or
But
sister?
see, I don't
Either
eat.
one.
I don't eat that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
We got ticket, Trev, all the way to the left. You know what I'm saying, with the people.
Off 2 hours of sleep.
Off 2 hours.
That's
So I'm
what-
drinking
that's
an
2
energy
hours-
drink.
That's a soda.
You just have
Beer.
too
Oh,
much.
it's a beer?
Are you allowed to like drink beer on YouTube?
Well, they better pay us
Yeah, I
for,
see
for
somebody
the
drinking
brandy.
off on YouTube. You can drink a beer.
I missed that.
That's a,
Yeah.
we got Lance, the infamous Lance Woods.
Infamous, yeah. We'll go with that.
Fresh from New York.
Back off tour.
Hey, word up, son. We out here, B. Word to mother, son. Was wild shorties out there, yo. I was like, yo, you know what I mean? Dead ass New York. You're mad flavorful, son.
You gonna be on
He
live
went to
here.
the bodega and got a gold watch.
This is a birthday gift.
From who? Flavor Flav? Fucking Slick Rick. He nigga ran into Slick Rick and said, nigga here.
Wise.
Man. Did you get your haircut out there? Or did you risk that to go to a new barbershop, walk in,
Nah,
middle
I
of
got my
Harlem?
hair. I came from the barbershop because I got shows this weekend and I don't know what my schedule gonna be like Friday, and I know I'm gonna take pictures from all for Thanksgiving, so I had to get a haircut.
That's interesting.
Just a lineup though. That's the thing. You don't even need a haircut. A lineup could save it all.
Yeah.
Like see, Trev, look. You look like you got your shit lined with an eraser. Nigga, like you gotta go and blow the shit off, and you might be alright.
I wasn't prepared for this. I got to think of something else.
Because you said we.
What's
yeah,
the
Monday.
spookiest haircut niggas ever got?
Man, let me tell you.
Asian lady
listen.
has super cuts. I think it was also
You went to Supercut?
it was also
You are a fucking Trump supporter. You went to Supercut.
You're not about to validate super cuts
it was on some
anyway.
Thanksgiving shit. I couldn't get in the shop.
Nah, you better go to a
You couldn't
cousin.
get in the shop.
You got. That's when you hit niggas on Twitter like, I got 50 for you to pull up.
I ain't
He don't
got 50 for no goddamn body.
She said, oh no problem. You want a fan?
I had 12 for Sue. I wouldn't fight with you.
He said,
What
Sue.
It wasn't terrible. It looked like a homie did it who ain't that good.
A homie who don't get the love for you.
It looked like a homie experimenting on your
Like a homie
head.
you owe money. How catch your hair with a can opener?
But how was the ending?
Nah, it was fucked up. It was bad.
Was it happy ending?
It was bad. Look, and the messed up part is when you go to them Asian people, they give you a Capri Sun after they do it.
No, that would have been lit.
They give you a fortune cookie.
Nah, I hate fortune cookies. But if they hit me with the fruit punch Capri
That shit said,
Sun,
don't take off your hat.
And Trev, wait, Trev don't even like Chinese food, but he'll get his hair cut.
He said the fortune said, don't take off your hat.
oh, nah, Julian fucked me up too. Nah, Julian had me out here, man.
Wait a minute. Julie might went open a barbershop. Don't be slandering the
no,
homie,
I would
man.
never allow that to happen.
Nah, what was the word? Langston cut my hair one time. It was all patchy.
Oh, that was
You remember
crazy.
It was like I was all.
Wait, you remember his haircut? It had to be bad.
It was bad. I don't remember it because I couldn't see anyway. I ain't had glasses or nothing, but people kept just scaring to me like, why you?
For a period of time.
That was a science project.
For a period of time in like middle school,
You was getting bowl cuts?
my mom cut my hair, and it wasn't that she was that bad. Part of it was the fact that she would make it look. So my mom would cut my hair, and then while she's cutting it, she would go, "Ooh, I don't know about this." Like she's freaking me out. And so she cut me a couple times where I was like going to school with a hood on, and I didn't know what it was, but that was terrifying. I had some waves, and my dad paid some random neighbor to come cut my hair.
Waves?
I had waves. I had waves all the time. I used to be spinning.
Hey,
But the first thing he did was he took the middle of my head and just cut back like that.
That's
Scary thing
raw.
No, that was.
Hey, I still like Lance. Man, when Lance said like, "Why you and Jadakiss start getting hair later?" Every time I get a haircut, I'm like, "Yo, that's crazy."
Chad go sit down.
Because Jada was real. We didn't think Jada could grow hair
All of a sudden,
until
y'all wasn't bald no more.
2014, and then Jada, I'm like, oh, I
That's
was
hilarious.
bald a lot of my 20 and 15 nights.
You was bald at the time when you needed hair.
That's the time you need.
This when you get the girls with the hair. He wait till you get married. So let me get some hair on my head.
You about to get your Steph on Trev with the Steph Curry
Nah, you know
twisties?
what's crazy is shout out to my barber Sean. He tells like, "Dude, you trying to get hit Wednesday?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna have the time." So,
But you're not gonna grow him out. You're not gonna get the twisties.
nah. I hope it don't look as bad as. I think I'm alright.
You cool?
Yeah.
You just gotta brush it like Kevin Durant.
We gotta give my man's the intro, man. We got Brixx in the building. What's up, Brixx?
Dude did that. I saw what you had going on that left side until they
All the
pushed the
time.
sides back.
All the time.
Shout out to your barber because he
It's all
pushed
the
that
time.
left side back.
It's both sides. I'm telling you, I go to the barber shop, I come out a new nigga. He give me the mirror, I think it's somebody behind me. I say, oh, that's me.
I think everybody come out absolutely in a new way when they come out the shop. Like that's a given.
Like they be like leaning me all the way back. He put towels over my face.
Oh, this is
He didn't take somebody rubbing my feet. These new barbershops.
That sounded like the Asian spot I went to.
Nah, it was a little different though. Was
MRI.
they arguing about child support and that Asian stuff? All right, then they get the top I was at. But the cuts are so expensive now, they better start doing a lot.
Them niggas definitely went up.
There's no tips.
I gave a nigga 50. He said,
No, you don't tip?
change. I said, do I need change? I need 2 whole bills
He
now.
should have been actually like, I owe 20
ones.
for the week. He should have just kept that shit funky. Like,
Dog, my
hilarious.
barber charged 30. This is before we talk about it.
This,
30.
well, we're not gonna talk about a tip at 30.
There's no way I hand you a 20 and you need more money from me. That's why I don't fuck with tips. Like if I hand you a 20, I'm supposed to get 2 back.
Yeah.
3 back.
Yeah.
If I ain't getting that back now, you hold that 20 money.
You don't got no
I did a
facial
cut.
And I swear, and no, he's right, because I got the quickest haircut in the world. I be doing my hair in like 10 minutes.
That's how I be the same way.
I'm like, nah,
Nah,
okay.
and you're not doing my hair in 10 minutes, fam. I need to
spend
feel
some
like
time with
you
it.
spend some time. I need the scissors. They don't never do nothing, but I need
The
the
invisible
scissors.
scissors?
I need all of that. You're not just feeling, I need to feel special.
That's hilarious, man. We
Treat me like I'm cute.
you got any terrifying haircut stories, man? You go to the shop like once a week.
Yeah,
right?
Drew be on point.
Yeah, I get here once
Him
a
and
week.
Jordan.
I always got a hat on, you would never know.
I was gonna say, man, you throw the hat right on.
Yeah,
Just
but I gotta keep my crown. But
your barber ever feel any kind of way about that?
nah, 'cause I don't wear one there. Like, I just feel
You don't
bad.
be cheating on them there.
I just feel bad for niggas who are prisoners to their hat.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like that's a bad way to live. Like y'all remember the video when Papoose was in the barbershop? Pap had his hat. How you be at the barbershop getting cut with a hat on like this? Like you should never be that self-conscious about anything. That's insane.
That is insane.
But
Neo.
I had one. I went to Maryland to visit my mom once, and
You're following military time?
Military time, yeah.
Oh, that's a real thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1949. What time?
that's
7:49.
the support for the
is he
troops.
think-
Yeah, I support you. I like you.
Why you
You can't support the troops because I saw you kneel during the national anthem a few weeks ago, so it's impossible.
What national
for you
anthem was that?
the Mexican national
during the fight, you watching boxing on HBO and he kneeled during the Mexican anthem.
So you like learn how to read military time and was like, oh.
Nah, it just kind of happened. I
You know how to
couldn't
read
even.
that shit for real?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. There's
pretty
nothing
simple.
to it.
Yeah.
If
It's like minus 12, right?
Yeah,
Minus-
absolutely.
Yeah.
But during the AM, it's just that time. So like during the AM, it's 11:30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until it becomes
It's just after
PM.
that.
Once
No.
it becomes 1 o'clock, it's 1300.
This is weird.
But
It
why?
was like 6:37. That's
Yeah, that's
actually
the
weird.
military.
Yeah, that's the military.
6:37 is 18.
Why did you choose that? Yeah, we talking about Trev. You and your.
Not because I used to have to import the timesheets at Comcast, so I know how to read
me get it
military.
My
Time
time
on,
sheets
dog.
do that. Our time sheets.
Y'all
are like
still do that?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's facts, Lance.
But I when I just seen it on the phone, I was like, I didn't know he served.
Well, you talking about the more interesting than that. Trev don't even say phone number.
Yeah, and he got the.
What if
he got-
Face Mom tell us? Never
Jay-Z
write
of-
down the
you-
names and
you
numbers.
the Jay-Z
and
of phone contacts. Huh? You the Lil Wayne of phone contacts?
Oh, and he got the crack string too.
Well, who's Gilly? This nigga Lance is Gilly.
Gilly, what? I don't even know. I was looking at his crack string. What happened?
Man,
Dog, you
I'm
must
gonna
have
tell you.
just
I'm gonna
got
tell
your
you what
screen
happened,
on
man.
crack.
So
I did.
Man, I know, nigga, because
It
you
wa-
know
no,
when
it
niggas
wasn't-
is
it
talking
wasn't
shit when
crack,
it just
though.
happened.
It was only crack for one day. I didn't tell you about that when I was doing a show and I had my phone in my back pocket and I sat to do a joke
Oh, and it cracked.
and I heard it crack. Instantly, the joke wasn't funny. What y'all laughing at? Ain't nothing funny. You think it's a game? And then
did you incorporate that, or you just kept?
no, I
rolling?
just kept going. I was mad.
Crying
Go on.
inside.
I was really, cause I've never
A
had
crack
a
screen to
phone
make you want to punch your mom. Like,
And
when that
then
shit
I was
happened
like
in the
really
moment.
mad. I was like, man. And then I went to get it fixed. It was like $85 to get the
Yeah,
screen.
they definitely want the 80.
Forget all
That's
that.
why that shit cracks still.
We need to talk about one of Lance's American heroes, the great LaVar Burton.
Lamar.
Wait, is it LaVar Burton or is it LaVar
LaVar Ball.
LaVar,
Never
LaVar
lost.
Ball. Shout out to LaVar Burton.
Stay in
man.
your lane.
And LaVar Burton getting hit with a lot of inadvertent threats and.
Can't
and
nobody
tweets.
raise my boys like me.
What kind of illiterate weirdo?
Confused LaVar Ball for LaVar Burton.
My boys.
The same
That's
people
fucking
that.
Kunta Kinte.
Shout out to Kunta.
Shout out
One-
to-
Y'all niggas,
That's
see that?
Kunta.
Yeah, y'all like Roots?
indifferent.
No.
Roots is great.
Watch that shit.
It's too serious. It ain't funny.
The new one wasn't good at all. The shit with T.I.
I don't even know why somebody would.
That nigga T.I. was cool, I think.
T.I. was in Root.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That is shit.
T.I. would know he
That did
was
not happen.
Kunta?
That did not happen.
He was the main character. I think he was Kunta.
That nigga was
This real?
Toby.
This exists?
He was Toby.
Facts.
No,
it was
I
like
didn't
last
know
year.
that. He just made
It was on the History
This
Channel.
does not
You
exist.
just made something up.
You like,
T.I. was on the History Channel.
Yo, y'all don't remember that? It was like last year.
never
No,
in
that
life.
never
We
happened.
gotta pull that up. We got this did not happen.
So
Jay-Z
T.I.
was Chicken George.
It's your boy.
Fucking Big Country Kane was
no, this did not happen. This
That's
is,
Because
crazy.
OJ was in the original one, so this one had fucking.
for those of you who have been trapped under a rock or watching non-sports events in CNN and Fox, we talked about LaMelo. Sorry, that was LiAngelo.
T.I. was Kunta Kinte. That's a lot.
The
Mulatto Kunta Kinte.
3 UCLA players were caught stealing some time ago over in China during a trip.
Does anybody know the names of the other two?
No. It was not- and
Somebody
they're happy for it. They're happy
On the
for
other
it.
two kids?
Yeah.
T.I. shares why he was initially hesitant to join Roots remake.
But was he Kunta?
I think he was Kunta. I don't remember his name. It was terrible. I couldn't watch it. I watched like
He was
about-
Cyrus. Ain't that a Game of Thrones character?
No.
That's like an old wrestler, ain't it? Was there Cyrus?
Cyrus is a
That's
character
maybe.
from Scandal.
Nah, that's what
That's who Cyrus is.
it is from Cyrus. T.I. almost said hell no to his role in the History Channel remake of 1977's Roots, but he was compelled to move past his misgivings.
Is that a word?
If T.I. make
Yeah,
a
we know T.I. and you.
coached by director.
There we go right there. Tipping the Civil War.
He was in the Civil War?
That's
Look,
insane.
Will Packer did it. That's why I did.
Bankhead back in the day.
That's insane. I'm glad I didn't watch that.
Yeah,
That sounds like a classic.
All right,
Now I
back
have
to the
watch
balls.
it.
Pause.
3 UCLA players were detained. I don't even want to say arrested, but detained in China for stealing. One of them being one of the Ball kids.
The mellow, right?
No, LiAngelo.
Los Angeles.
Jello.
LiAngelo Ball. And so what happened was they were eventually released, brought back to the United States, and
By our
then
gracious president.
allegedly by the gracious president. And so LaVar Ball was asked, of course, because every time something happens, we want to go interview LaVar Ball. He's a new Ja Rule. How he felt about the president doing him a one-over, and he said, who? I don't know nothing about what the president did. I know my boys is at home, essentially because of me and my connection. Then the president, being the greatest tweeter of all time, says, I should have left those players in jail.
I should have left them niggas locked up.
Thank you for interpreting that. This is my conscience. And he said that LaVar Ball was ungrateful. He's a fool. He's tweeted many things since then. They've kind of been going at it. So LaVar is on CNN with what do you call him?
Ungrateful.
Quavo.
Call that nigga an ungrateful fool.
An ungrateful nigger fool.
Giving this nigga 280 characters is wild. I bet he's seen that shit.
That
He didn't
is
know what
insane.
To do. He couldn't sleep.
Twitter's more popular than they've ever been. So how do you guys feel about the LaVar Ball, the interview, the back and forth he had with Quavo?
So I guess the question to ask around the room is, do you think an apology was in order? I mean, a thank you was in order to president. Like, do you think that
Not to that
LaVar
point.
should have said thank you to President Trump?
If LaVar held true with what he said in the interview, which is I don't have any evidence that him intervening, if you want to call it that, had anything to do with them being released, then no, that was he maintained that. He says, I talked to some people, I was there, the president was out there for something different, and he may have spoken to the president of China, but I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, with that being said, if possibly he got your kid away from facing jail time and back home, if that possibly happened,
Where's the platform for it? Have they spoken face to face?
I think I would be ready to beat the shit out of my son because he's going to make me have to apologize to this punk ass man. That's what would have me at, because
thank him.
Because I have to thank this punk ass man.
You don't have to.
I feel like I would have to if I felt.
LaVar proved you don't have to though.
Well, no, if I felt
great, ain't
that there's some truth to that story. See, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
If there's some truth, I would beat the shit out of my son for making me have to tell this motherfucker thank you.
So two things LaVar
Because the
pointed out.
kids told him thank you.
Exactly.
The kids told him.
The two things LaVar pointed
I
out.
didn't know that.
LaVar pointed out one that he said I was there, and there's no evidence of anything that Donald Trump did that helped them get released. I talked to some people and we pulled some different strings, but they were never in jail. He said they were being detained somewhere else separate
Like
from
in a
jail.
hotel.
Talk to
Exactly.
stuff on
But the
Walmart.
other piece was he said I made sure that my son wrote a letter and apologized to the president because he needed to do that. As he's over 18, right? As a man himself.
19.
That's good parenting. Would you have apologized?
Thank you.
Or said thank you?
Hell no. There's no way you should say thank you to President Trump as in that position. Look, even because after he said that, he said, I should have left him there, which means you was doing it
Yeah.
for
Right.
that,
The motive.
which is
What's everything Donald Trump does when he's dealing with black people since he's been in office, he's trying to do it. Or everything that's period is just for a look. So,
Well, sometimes people having ulterior motives have things beneficial happen to you.
That's true.
I mean, that's fine. So whatever. You're not finna use me like you use Steve Harvey.
Exactly.
You're not gonna use me like you use Kanye.
Or
You're
Chrisette
not-
Michelle.
Or Chrisette Michelle or Ray Lewis. Or see, look, guys, I'm not that bad. Even LaVar Ball likes me.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. If he
they
if
thought
he
they
did
had
something-
one too. I'm pretty sure they sat down like they love this nigga.
Yeah.
You got one right here.
Yeah.
They thought they had a number one.
And he's sitting around, and the guy interviewing him keeps trying to get him to thank him, and he's not doing that.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to do that. Like, or maybe he's saying, I'm watching it. Maybe he's saying, if so, maybe I'll do it in private.
Right.
I'm not gonna
Right.
get on TV.
Because that was,
and say,
because
show my-
well,
yeah,
that's,
that's
well, that's
true.
the thing though, because part of
Sure.
the issue was if you are going to do something, do you announce it? Like, if you're doing something out of your goodwill or your heart, like you really
Right.
care about these kids getting home and not wanting your citizens of your country that you, and he always talks bad about China, you know what I mean? Like all these different things. Like if you had real intentions of getting your citizens home, that's something that you just do. Like you're not looking for a pat on the back.
And so as the tweet, we have it here on the screen, it's interesting. You point out, first of all, look at how LiAngelo is singled out, right, by the president. LaVar Ball, the father of LiAngelo, is unaccepting of what I did for his son and shoplifting. I should have left them in jail.
Yeah.
So first, why would you leave two other kids in jail because this one
Right.
father didn't say thank you?
Yeah.
And then why are you highlighting this young man's name across there and not all of the players together? So that shows you his ulterior motive because you're seeking to pinpoint and poke LaVar as opposed to just going over there and taking
Now,
care of business.
do y'all think that's kind of the good with the bad of LaVar Ball?
There's-
Because he's made himself, since we've all known who LaVar Ball is, he's pushed himself out to the forefront and made his own star. So in these kind of situations, That's why, because on our first show, I said like one issue that I have with LaVar is the pressure it's going to put on his kids. Like so that's to me that's all inclusive. Like you make like this is kind of your bed that you made.
Well, think about it this way: if he's not LaVar Ball, does President Trump even speak on this, or are those kids just over there dealing with this issue? And we're talking about 3 black kids that potentially may still be in China. If he's not LaVar Ball,
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
He probably wouldn't be playing basketball at UCLA.
or even that way. So it's kind of hard to see a
Because
downside
he's not that good. But
yeah.
I'm rooting for him. I'm still waiting to see LaVar do something I disagree with. I be watching.
I have some things.
I ain't seen it.
I think it's never cool to take your kids off the court when they're competing.
That's fine.
You okay with that though? So
Yes, in the situation.
because you
Did
felt like the
watch
ref
it?
wasn't good.
Yes,
Yeah, they made a bad call.
No.
No,
It was a lot. They
Well, we
switched-
didn't. I didn't watch the whole game. I saw the one call that was made that made them that.
They switched refs twice.
That's crazy.
But they
Why
do
would
that.
you?
No, they do that.
No, I did. They switched refs. I
Yeah,
know.
early in
Was
the
it like-
season, like
in the
Sac-
game.
No, listen,
Yeah,
like
you a
Sac
coach.
State they host a coaches clinic. They host a coaches clinic, so they rotate coaches when you're at the Sac State camp, and you
That's
do that.
true.
Like colleges do that. You can rotate,
That's
and this
true.
is summer AAU. They rotate referees to train
but I believe that he was saying get these refs out of here.
Yes, and as
Like get them out. That's
do
why.
you watch the reality show?
No.
Ball in the family.
No. I just got there yet.
It's live on Facebook.
Okay.
But if you're watching it, and I mean, yes, there's going to be some backlash that comes with that. But when I hear people talk about what they don't like about LaVar, I don't hear them saying nothing.
Right.
I don't hear nobody saying nothing.
Overall, I like him.
They don't have no shoes.
Huh?
Nobody has shoes yet.
Nobody has
They
shoes.
still
yet.
can't?
That's a great
Oh,
point.
shoes
Ben
ain't came?
Levitar said yesterday he ain't got the shoes yet.
Oh, well, I mean,
Well,
that's something to be mad about. I didn't know
it's a great pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Hold up, are they making his shoes in China?
That's
You know
a
what I'm
great-
saying?
Hey, listen,
he
that's
said
a
he
great
making
point.
them himself. That's wrong.
They
But-
must
but-
be. Niggas bought them a year ago. They ain't got them yet.
But what I'm saying is, it wasn't a year ago. See how niggas behave? It was a year ago.
It was a while ago to get
Five
shoes.
months ago.
Anything more
Nike
than a
idea
month.
get that shit in a week.
Exactly. Anything more than a month to get your shoes
When
in a
they
year.
ordered the shoes, they said they'll come in November. So they got another week.
You got a couple days.
They got another week.
You got after the holiday.
But what I'm saying is, I don't see anything that he's doing.
Okay, but as a parent, how do you feel about how he
kids. But
I tried to slide that in there real quick. Good job. Way to be on your A game. Do you have an issue with anything that he's done watching the show with as it pertains to his relationship with the kid's mother? Is that his wife, correct? Right? They're still married.
if
His
you watch
wife-
him with his wife,
or the children.
you would be like, this is the best man on earth.
That's how you feel when you watch him.
When you watch him with his
You
wife.
got like a little heart eyes and everything.
No, I'm telling you, dog. Like
Yeah.
this is everybody who's watched it is like, I didn't know he was like that. Y'all know his wife had the stroke.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
And he's teaching her how to walk and talk. Like
Right.
they
I can
had
see that.
specialists, and he was like, "Nah, I'll do it." Like they not gonna know how to. But if you look at him, that's how he is. Like I'll teach my son.
Didn't he buy like they landscaper or a
truck
car
or
or some shit?
something?
Yeah, he's all kinds of stuff. I mean, but
Overall, I very much like him. But with that being said, whenever you like somebody, I have no problem saying I didn't rock with you did that.
Exactly.
no, I
because
don't.
we're
I don't-
human. Like
I don't.
So there's
agree-
certain things
I
he's
don't
done with that I
agree
don't really care
everything.
for.
I don't
Right,
agree with
that's my
everything
point.
that I say.
That's my point.
I'm saying enough to talk about it. Like if me saying,
well, he's a polarizing figure, so he's gonna
Absolutely.
get. That's his goal.
And it's working well.
I'm saying he's polarizing because people are weird. People like that shouldn't be polarizing. That's the problem.
What do you mean?
Yeah, go.
Well, no,
Is people because I mean
Anybody who's throughout history, like showbiz, whatever, anybody who's a
Not everybody's
person,
not everybody's
everybody's
charismatic.
into
Not
that.
everybody's engaging.
No, I'm saying, listen, man. When you speak up for yourself, you're polarizing. That's a problem in the world.
Well, I agree.
Right,
I agree with your
that.
piece. But what
Facts.
makes him also polarizing is like him. So this is part of him criticizing the Lakers coach with a rookie son who's struggling. They don't know how to coach my son. Saying that the Lakers coaching staff don't know how to coach your son, who's already having his own set of issues, is a bit much. It becomes polarizing, right? Openly criticizing the high school coaching staff at Chino Hills
Right.
for the world to see, right? So these things that, while you have the right to do that, that's what makes it a lot because you sometimes. People would choose to keep things behind closed doors. Have a conversation with a high school coach.
Whenever you're a loudmouth person, and I don't even say loudmouth negatively. Like
Right.
Muhammad Ali had a loud mouth, Pac had a loud mouth. Whenever you're a
Stephen A.
loudmouth
Smith.
person, You're gonna say some shit that's not always gonna be
Right.
Because a lot of it, some of it's unfiltered.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
But-
You're
but
wearing your heart.
I
So
feel like-
I don't mind. I don't kill people for mistakes. But if you make it, I'm gonna call it. I'll say I don't think that was right.
Or listen, that he may not feel like that's a mistake, and me
No, he might
and
not.
me feeling like you shouldn't have said that. What does that really mean?
It doesn't really mean anything. I just think
I know what you're saying because you're
But
saying
you asked the
hear
question. Well, you
No,
presented the
what
point that
I'm saying is for me.
For me, yeah.
Look, man, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, because I'll go down a list of everybody who I like, love personally and professionally. Oh, I wouldn't have said that. Oh, I
Right.
wouldn't have did that. But I don't do that with nobody. Overall, I'm looking at him. He got 3 sons, none of them in no real trouble. Got one to the NBA.
Well, that's thanks to President Trump.
Absolutely. He got
Absolutely.
one in the NBA.
he got one in the NBA.
Him and his wife.
Okay.
Who he takes care of and teaches to talk.
Yeah.
This nigga's so raw.
He look, man, he's
And 2 already with scholarship. Well, 1 in college and 1 with a
and
scholarship
one guaranteed
commitment.
to UCLA.
What you think,
So he got
Brixx?
3 kids to UCLA. I felt you trying to cut me off. He got
Man, I don't want this.
he got 3 kids to UCLA, 1 to the NBA. He has, for whatever you feel about it, an entrepreneur started a business.
Right.
And
Thriving business.
if people would get out of the shell and the hate and all of that, so just really teaching empowerment and stop. We got so much power. Stop being endorsers. Y'all can do this yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all don't need them. They
I think
need
he's
you.
way better than he does. Way more great things than he does.
Without
Like as far as things that are admirable and things that I rock with, he does way more than I like by far.
Because if you're being honest, the problem with him is he's a loud, confident black man. And that's throughout history.
Right. Yeah.
Any loud, confident black man is polarizing. And it's like I will never jump on that side. I will never jump on the side of dissing a confident black man.
Right.
Because I don't like that he said this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what's going on.
Well, are you telling me they never called Aaron Rodgers polarizing?
Never.
Oh, okay.
Not once.
Just
The same
checking.
thing Cam
Just
Newton
checking.
does.
I'm trying to
Aaron
think of a
Rodgers
white
does.
polarizing person. Let me think.
Tom-
Give me a second.
Donald Trump is a white
Oh,
polarizer.
that's a
absolutely
great
true.
one.
And
Well,
you
that-
have-
but-
takes
but-
all
but
of
that's,
that.
But that's the thing, though. A lot of parallels have been made the last couple of days between these two.
Convenient.
Or y'all, or like the Spider-Man meme, like because
that's ridiculous.
well, no, the reason why it's not is because this thing.
Yeah, I wanna hear this.
Yeah, I want to hear it. So. It's based on like right now a big thing is troll culture, and then both of their 2 biggest fucking trolls. Like everything Donald Trump is, LaVar Ball has done from the beginning. He was based on trolling. Yes or no?
No.
Saying my son's better than Steph Curry is trolling.
That's not the beginning. The beginning is when
That
he
was
got.
that was the first time when people took notice of who LaVar Ball is.
But we're talking about a difference between. So first of all, why I agree with Lance's
Yeah,
point
it's
is
not trolling.
one person and Donald Trump.
So you believe that thing?
But Donald Trump has
He
considerable amount
believes
of
that.
power.
He's talking about his son.
Well, I think Trump be believing that shit
But
too.
we're talking about.
Exactly,
But
that's
Trump,
trolling.
They can't be
You
compared.
don't
I
like
think Trump
you-
believes a lot of the bullshit he says.
Then
Absolutely.
he's not trolling. He's just racist. You
But
understand
you
what
can
I'm
still
saying?
be trolling though.
No,
Listen,
trolling. You
dog,
can't be
listen.
believing what you're saying if
When-
you're trolling.
Is that the definition?
Yes.
Okay,
When-
neither one of them motherfuckers is trolling.
When you
Oh,
talk
well,
about
then
trolling,
never mind.
but that doesn't mean the parallel.
Then that's another thing that now you're just talking crazy and you're
one
talking
has
stupid all the
power.
time. If you're knowingly saying retarded shit,
what's retarded?
then that his son's better than Steph Curry. No, but so you
that-
can't have it both
that-
ways.
that's
Lance-
the problem.
No.
I agree with Lance.
Listen,
But
that's
let-
the
let-
problem.
All
right, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Like you ask why he's polarizing, because he's trolling. So people like all day
We just established
social
that he's
media.
not trolling. He
So
believes that.
Okay, so he believes that. So he got into the limelight by saying shit that is knowingly crazy. Like he might believe it, but it's crazy sounding.
Sure.
And it's not true in the slightest bit. So
that's
that
what-
can make people like, what the fuck is this nigga
And
talking
then
about?
people would argue Trump does that.
But
Exactly.
but
So
that-
what the
I
fuck?
think
But
that-
how is that not trolling?
But what I'm saying.
Like, how is that not polarizing?
Let me ask you this.
So you
Spider-Man-
knowingly every time I put the microphone in your face, you say some outlandish shit,
Let me ask you a question.
and you really believe it. So now you're just crazy. So it was one of the two.
Let me ask you a question. What does Donald Trump say that's trolling?
I mean, he said something like that. Yeah, like everything.
That's racist. That's racist.
That's not. Well, okay, so
Read that. That is racist. I should have left them in jail.
listen,
that's crazy.
But listen,
That's racist.
Listen, this is what I'm telling you. When you talk about a Spider-Man meme and talk about 2 people being a direct reflection of themselves, one person has a considerable amount of power. to make policy and make changes. One person is just trying to empower his family. Don't point at me and try to bring this person that you want to continue to raise his his polarization up, and then trying to bring Donald Trump down.
Polarization.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
I don't like
the fact that people will say LaVar Ball and Donald Trump are the same
is ridiculous.
lets you know how crazy it is to just be confident in black. That is ridiculous.
Yes.
Like what?
I think unless you just say they're both fucking loudmouths, but
Yeah,
you know
I
what?
mean,
You
they
could be a
both talk
right-
a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but that's the same. I think we're saying the same thing, just different.
Nah, I don't
Like,
think so.
is-
I really
a
don't
troll?
think so.
A troll?
Listen, man. When
I
somebody,
think he's a troll.
Listen,
Like,
man.
you don't think that's different.
So
I
when somebody
think he's a
says,
troll.
when somebody says, my son is better than Steph Curry, my son's better than LeBron, that's his son.
Right.
Okay,
That's his son.
when he said, okay, so
He's not coming out saying Steph Curry trash.
so if he says
He thinks his son's the best in the world.
And him and his son 2-on-2 will fuck up Jordan.
And he'll beat Michael Jordan. And I tell you, if more people thought like that, then we more
agree.
people
Have
would
a
be
lot better
wrong.
children.
Like,
But
like,
wasn't the initial when you guys saying like why is he polarizing?
I just told you why it's polarized.
Right, but that's not right.
Because he's loud and black.
Loud and black.
Confident.
Because when you think about polarizing white, I'm thinking about Donald Trump. I mean, if y'all got some more people.
I'm trying to think
who else is
I don't
white.
think
Hitler was polarizing.
For one, I don't think they're the same. For one, it's what the consequences of what one person is doing, what one of the other one's doing is totally not.
But even their walks
in
of
the
life
same.
weren't the same. Because like when Donald Trump wasn't the president, how he carried himself with before his political career, it wasn't a mirror image. And then to talk about what he said earlier today, which is talking about LaVar Ball is just like Don King without the hair, putting him like
That's
that.
what Donald Trump said?
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you got some
That
catching up. You got to go on
was one
Twitter.
before that.
There's plenty of
I seen that one.
That was
He
one
said
before that.
He
LaVar
said LaVar Ball is Donald King or
Don
Don
King
without
without the hair. Like it's
Him and Don King did a lot of business together with fights and shit.
Yeah.
that's insane.
But
Yeah, all right, man. I don't know.
So
man.
let me ask you this, Drew,
So-
because you don't have a lot. of,
okay, so here's the question. So here's the question: if it was proven Donald Trump was very responsible and had a heavy influence on the young men getting out of the mess they're in, is a thank you in order?
No.
No, ain't.
Okay, so here's the next question. Let's say Donald Trump didn't do that. This was 4 years ago, and Obama did that.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you,
Appreciate it,
President
bro.
Obama. I appreciate that.
You might
So
do.
give me the reason why.
It's
that-
it's not going to be Obama. It's anybody not.
No,
Trump.
no. I want to get something. Give me the reason why.
Because he's
Bush
black,
back
duh.
there.
I mean, listen, man. Because he's colored. Listen, man. Because he's not. He doesn't have a history of the opposite.
See, but that's the tough thing about it is and that's why I say I would be fucking ready to hurt my son because you're putting me in a position to dance with the devil and make it because you know he's not doing this out of the kindness of his heart.
Yeah.
But I can't. If that's true,
But that's enough
I
for you
can't.
not to say-
But
that's
I
enough
can't.
not- that's
I
enough
can't
not to.
pretend like I am not reaping the benefits. I'm just playing devil's advocate. That I'm not reaping the benefits of that.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
there-
Like I may be
there,
reaping.
there are other things that you're gonna.
He's
be
getting your
benefit
hands
of
muddy on some shit
based
that
on
you-
Yeah.
based on his presidency and policies. There are gonna be certain things you reap the benefits for.
The one point I like.
Just
Not his.
in life.
Not his.
The one thing.
But
He hasn't done
something.
anything.
But
He
the
hasn't
thing
done
about it
anything.
Don't be
is, but the
something.
thing about it is,
He hasn't done nothing. That's
because
the
this is
worst
what we
problem.
do know. Going to jail in foreign land, you could be sitting down literally in prison for stealing stuff worth of $500, $1,000, $2,000.
Yeah, that's cool.
But that's not cool though. We
And
can't say
listen,
that's a
and
real thing.
If you say the three boys apologized or thanked you,
Yeah, they did.
then why are you talking
I
about?
was gonna say that was my point. You're talking
No,
about
I'm playing
an
devil's-
18 no,
I'm
yeah,
playing- yeah.
an
No, I don't
18-year-old
argue
plus
that.
young man. Who, yes, he's still your
thanked
son.
you. They thanked
he
you.
wrote a
And
letter.
he's a grown young man.
A
So
grown
the
young
grown
man.
man. No,
They
I
thanked you.
Yeah.
You're trying to use me for pub, and it's not gonna happen.
And to be honest, LaVar Ball probably feels like this is my least talented son. This ain't the bag.
No, but my
both of the bags is good.
They
You
ain't
could have
like
kept
up,
this one.
They ain't like up the ankle bully.
And he's a model. They said somebody gonna be a model or
This
something.
he the only one who ain't got no shoe.
Exactly. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on, man.
We knew who we were sending to China. We all right.
You could have left him there, honestly.
Wow.
So Trev, you feel like you would have had to apologize?
No,
I mean, excuse me, to say thank you.
I think it would have put me in a interesting, compromising situation where I would, and I'm not. LaVar Ball may have he considered it. What do I have to be like? Well, I have to consider this because the reality is I don't want my son locked up in China.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
We talked about LaVar Ball empowering his family.
Right.
You said you gassed your son up.
Bro.
Where do you stop short of being the next LaVar Ball? When you talk about for future references, let's say your son's a hooper, you gassing him up, you at the gate.
Let's say he's a hooper. He's better than the ball kid. What you talking about?
Well, I guess that answers that question.
I know, but no, that's really true. But the difference is I'm just personally not.
He don't want to be in front of the camera.
I could gas my kids and just be in the back.
Right.
Got you.
Because the best he did at gassing his kids was just making them believe it. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, and then he wants to be a celebrity. Right? And that's cool if you want to be that, but he wants to be a celebrity.
Does he want to be, or did it come with the territory?
No.
He wants to be. He like the camera.
Yeah,
but what I can
and the camera likes him, and he's on everything.
Right, because what I could imagine
And he don't
is,
turn down shit.
He's
on there.
I was gonna say, because what I could imagine with you, people knowing you and you have been Hooper, is people want to get your opinion. Hey, your son now is one of the top players in the state. They're talking about, he's ranked number 12. Do you think he's better than the other? That's how it gets started, right? Do you think he's better than this kid that just got a scholarship to Kentucky?
Right.
I think he's better than all them kids.
So the difference would be he's saying it in a very demonstrative, which is I have no problem with because that's what he wants to do. In a demonstrative, we can get a soundbite way. Purposely.
When he initially made the Steph Curry,
Listen,
LeBron kind of
if
statement.
you ask me if my son's better than Steph Curry, I don't
They
know.
didn't ask him. He volunteered.
Yeah, I'm not volunteering that. Right? You see what I'm
He
saying?
just threw that out there.
Yeah. And I have no problem with none of that shit. I'm cool
We had
with
a
that.
conversation before, like in the past, about like niggas like T.O., Charles. Like people say like, well, don't stop putting the camera in his face, right?
Right.
Great.
And stop, putting a microphone in his face. I don't give people a pass for saying stupid shit just because there's a camera there. Like I always thought that was hella weird. Like you don't have to say some dumb shit.
See, you're not into that.
That's not like people just now will be like, trying to throw away about Charles Barkley. I've never liked Charles Barkley ever. Because he's been this guy forever. You always thought he was a weirdo. You don't have to say stupid shit just because somebody puts a microphone in your face.
If it's funny,
Because
like
but you don't. That shit is corny. Like I'm not in. That shit is just stunts and is just.
if it's funny, like
it's not funny though.
because
I don't think it's funny. Some people do
is,
because they win Emmys and shit. So maybe but I.
No, you're on the opposite side of this with Charles Barkley, and really.
But
and really
when does
with
Charles Barkley ever say anything of any
You know
value?
what it is about Charles
When
Barkley?
he talk basketball, Charles Barkley.
He don't even break nothing. He's talking. When you watch Inside the NBA,
Barkley
half the
doesn't
time
talk
all he
about
does is
basketball. He
he
doesn't
calls
talk
most of the
basketball.
team
Not forever,
sorry
I've
as
seen
fuck.
No, he called Charles Barkley calls everybody soft now. But
That's
Charles Barkley
all he said every
And
night.
here's the- do you
Most of the
think-
league is
do you
trash.
think-
Niggas is soft.
he grew into that.
Because
LeBron's
like that
incredible.
all the time.
Sean Katie's incredible. Like, and that's
Because it's
and
listen.
then anything outside of basketball, some crazy race shit, you gonna want to slap that nigga.
Because
like
African Americans, unfortunately, we don't get the platform of a lot of races, right?
Right.
So when somebody like Charles has the platform, and we like funny, because he does say funny shit. Do we feel that white people are laughing at him or with him?
Laughing at him. Are you asking a question or are you?
Yeah,
are you saying- They definitely laughing at him.
What's that?
Yeah,
game?
I don't know how beneficial that.
Well, first off,
They also
man,
laugh at Shaq.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, first off, Charles Barkley ain't the spokesman for black people.
No,
I'm
he's
saying-
not.
No,
can't tell him that.
but when you get put on, but what happens is when you get put on that
That's
platform,
that I'm not a role model, Tom. I don't.
But he's always been there.
But that's not true, though.
But you
That's
can't do,
not
but
true.
you can't
don't
do
even
that
have
and
the
then be on the
option.
cover of Sports Illustrated with chains on talking about slavery on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Why not?
Like because you're for one, you're saying a bunch of shit that's not true about our community, and now you're making yourself trying to have a more powerful voice outside of sports, which makes you a role model. You're trying to move some shit outside
not
of
trying.
sports.
You know what's
Come with
interesting?
it.
A role model is not a thing that you even have. You can sign up for and not decide to have.
Exactly. That's
Of
exactly.
course not.
So
But
you can't say you're not.
he's not the first black or he's not the first
But
celebrity.
we're talking
to say
about
he's not
him.
a role model.
But we're talking about him.
I know,
That's
but he's not.
So,
it
but
don't
so
matter.
my
It don't
point,
matter if he's doing it. It's
my
matter that
point
he's
is
doing it.
that is the wackest cop out ever to whoever has said that.
I mean, that's fine.
That's
I mean,
whack because it's not even an option. It's not even your choice.
I mean, to be honest with you, in that light, we're all role models to somebody.
Absolutely. I can't deny my role model to my kid. I can't.
Did you have an issue when Eminem rapped about it? Or was it different because he's white?
When what?
When Eminem rapped about not being a role model?
He's talking about not being a role model to a different community of people.
That's what I said.
Right, so that's not ain't got nothing to do
Right,
with
but no, but it's still the
it.
same vein. It was not right.
No, but what I'm saying is I'm not even addressing them. Whatever, he can talk about what role model he wants to be with his community. But to answer your question, yes, he doesn't have a choice. He has one of the biggest platforms there is.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying about Charles Barkley, right? Charles Barkley and it ties with LaVar Ball. This is entertainment.
Right,
and
I agree with that.
Everybody tries to make it something bigger. It's entertainment. It's fun. Like,
But the problem is when Charles Barkley, that's what I just
Charles
said,
Barkley is
he
different.
talks about outside of
I
entertainment.
know.
And that's why it's just problematic.
Listen, I said Charles Barkley just turned into that. Charles Barkley just started talking race.
Yeah.
This was recent.
Nah, Charles Barkley, like I said, Charles Barkley was on the cover outside talking race 15 years ago.
Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody remembers that. Charles Barkley.
But
has
you can't
made-
deny that. For one, especially back then, wasn't 24-hour sports like it is now.
Did you
Where
read
sports
it? What was he talking about?
Why the fuck? Just talking about what black people could do better and shit like that. Like this same rhetoric Charles Barkley talks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember nobody. I don't know. So I'm not even talking about Charles Barkley when it comes to that. Charles Barkley does not speak for black people, and Charles Barkley is
But
a
he
rich
tries,
black
though.
person. And I don't really think a lot of rich people can speak for anybody anymore, poor people, because they have different issues. A lot of these people who don't stand up and talk about Trump because they voted for him, because in the tax-rich world, he made more sense for them. But they'll just stay quiet about certain things. What I'm saying is this is entertainment. So if we talking about him saying his son is better than Steph Curry, that's entertainment. Let's laugh about it. Like I'm not finna go, man, that's stupid. You putting pressure on.
But to be fair,
I agree with that, but I think that and Charles are separate issues.
But I do agree. But now let's just keep it basketball. Do you feel like anything that LaVar's done has affected how Lonzo's playing?
No, I think Lonzo's jump
think
shot has
so?
affected how he's playing.
Absolutely.
I mean, look, man. Would Lonzo Ball have been the number 2 pick in the draft without LaVar? I don't know.
Me either. I don't know.
But
I don't watch college basketball like that.
Before I knew who LaVar Ball was, I knew who Lonzo Ball
Yeah, I was
was.
gonna say, yeah.
I always ask Trevor Jr.
Because
about
from day
Lonzo.
one, they were like Lonzo Ball, and LaVar Ball didn't get popped until like middle of the season.
Exactly.
And Lonzo Ball was always a lottery. It was always not even a lottery pick, a top 5
Top
pick.
5 pick.
I'm saying number 2.
Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
top 5. He could have possibly. The LA thing was the
That's what
weird
I'm saying.
marriage.
That's what I'm saying. You think they're gonna take him before Tatum? A bigger and Tatum from the jump was everybody saying can't miss score.
Right, but that wasn't what LA was. Okay, we didn't get.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, you go down the list.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox.
It definitely didn't hurt him.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We could
So if you
definitely
talk
do that.
about him struggling on a basketball court, or maybe he's just a rookie with an inconsistent jump shot,
Right.
and that happens. And if you
All of
look,
them are inconsistent.
and if you look through the lineage of every player like that, his numbers are the exact same as Jason Kidd.
And maybe he's feeling a little pressure. Maybe he is right now. Maybe some of that is because of that. But that's not going to be what makes or breaks this kid if he's going to be good or not. I don't think that would be.
And
I think there's a lot of. I mean, I think everything on him was a lot though. I mean, because compare him to Magic. Magic's my mentor. Being on the
happens to
Lakers.
everybody,
No,
though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. There's already enough pressure. Already being the number 2 pick, playing for your hometown team.
So it's going to be fight or flight.
Magic said. If you remember, there's a lot of times with draft talk, there's always like a lot of posturing and shit gets leaked to the media, but the Lakers weren't sold on Lonzo. And then Magic came out and actually said it, like he had to really so Magic wasn't even totally sold on him. So there's already enough pressure with all just the regular basketball shit on you. Mix that with all the other shit from his pops. You see how Patrick Beverly came out in the first game. I don't think that shit is not at least a little bit part of it.
and that was cool. And John Wall came out in the same, and they kind of was a wash.
And I think, regardless of any of that, man, there's so much to
Patrick Beverly ain't played since.
just empowering your
Y'all
kids,
received
like letting them niggas know they're great from the joint. You know what I'm saying? If I got nothing else from him, it's even though I had that in my mind always anyway, it was nah, man. From day one, I tell my kid he's great. I don't even know what he's great at, but y'all are great.
Talk
You know
to
what I'm
him
saying? I don't know what you're the GOAT at, but you're the GOAT. Point blank, period.
And that's his kid. Maybe just maybe he knows how to talk to his kid.
Right.
Just a thought. Maybe he been with this dude for 20 years and he kind of know how to deal with him. And everybody be
And then Lakers coaches don't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I don't love him saying that kind of stuff, but it's still entertaining.
Right.
Like it's still funny.
So to that point, talking about entertainment, do black people have an added responsibility to be more of what Drew says because we're coming from an age where there weren't a lot of black people on TV. And so people felt like once you got the opportunity, you couldn't afford to just be slapstick comedy looking like a fool being laughed at. That's too close to a minstrel show. You have to stand for something more. And you're saying, in the end, if you're part of the entertainment industry, you do entertainment, you're not carrying that baggage. So do you feel like...
You said, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, my fault, go ahead.
What I was saying was, I don't look to Charles Barkley to talk on black issues. Is all I was saying.
But they ask him and he has a platform, so is he
They ask-
to be
I mean,
responsible?
I don't think none of that is the point. The only none of us do. He just volunteers that stupid shit.
No, they do. They go
the
to him.
topic,
And
yeah.
because
Well, you gonna put the mic
there's-
in the first somebody's gonna give you an answer.
Right,
There
that's
is
the thing.
always, and you look throughout the history of this, they are always willing to stick a microphone in front of a black person's face talking bad about black people. Or talking against.
So how can we ever celebrate somebody like that?
I mean, we celebrate. He's entertaining, and he was a great actor.
But he's not entertaining though. That's my point.
He's not
You
entertaining
saying
to
that.
you, but he.
Well, he should-
Yeah, he's making the general statement that.
Oh like I said, they be winning Emmys and shit. So I guess
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I was listening
But
to them.
again,
They were talking
but it's
about
what
it, and he
Trevor
was-
said
he
too.
was
Like, are they
saying-
laughing at you? Like you.
I mean, they're laughing at a lot of people, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like, that's why like
that's
niggas
where I
like
try to
Jalen
bridge the
Rose, like
gap.
Jalen Rose, like really be like ever uses the platform to talk about like real shit. Plus, like his
and that's-
academy and shit like that.
That's amazing that he does that.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying.
So
I don't
I'm
really-
saying,
ain't no Charles
is
Barkley
that
season.
a cultural
There's
thing
never
to
been
where?
Charles Barkley season for
So
me.
is that a cultural thing because like do people who are white have an issue with Skip Bayless being like this
No,
ultra
they
troll?
have enough representation.
Yeah, they
That's
got
what I'm saying. I'm asking.
we
is
don't
that-
have enough representation to be able to Google.
We ain't got nothing to- we ain't got no time. we ain't got nothing to
but
waste.
even with that, Skip. Well, I don't, because I don't know how white people feel about certain stuff. Skip Bayless ain't Charles Barkley. Skip Bayless don't like take the opposite white stance on everything. Like
No.
Charles Barkley be talking about like Trayvon Martin, like
Yeah.
instead of just saying
Yo,
it's
there's no
wrong,
room
like,
for Whitlocks and all these niggas, man. Like, there's no.
Charles Barkley's not Jason Whitlock either.
He's not far. They both.
He ain't Jason
He's not
Whitlock.
far. I'm not gonna put him out like he's a separate class.
Yeah, he ain't Jason
They
Whitlock.
both on the
You're a
same
Charles
court.
Barkley fan,
One might be
you got
playing,
Jason.
one might be on the bench, but they in the same team.
You like Charles, don't you?
like
Like
Charles
overall,
Barkley. Did you
I
buy
don't
the
think you're like,
Barkleys?
but you like Charles.
I like Charles until
Are
he
you
starts
hedging your
talking over
bets
here.
in case they ask you to come on the show?
Nah, look, man, I like Charles on the left. Once he starts talking on the right, I don't want to hear Charles Barkley talk. If Charles Barkley is just talking ridiculous basketball, it's entertaining. It's like because he says stuff that's like. I mean, when they make shots, they can score with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, yes, nigga, that's everybody. But if they make shots, they can score with anybody. But it's just funny. Like, and Charles is funny. Like, and you know what I mean? Charles opened up.
Like even like I mean, as I'm saying, I don't know. He just has a history of being corny to me.
Charles-
Like, even like in the Olympics when he pulled up on the Cameroon kid, like why? Like that's are you bullying? Like he's just always done corny shit. Like
I don't know what happened.
Remember in the Olympics, Dream Team?
I know. I don't know what happened.
All right.
Like, I don't know what happened. Like when somebody
He's just a kid from Cameroon.
when somebody run up on
He's a
somebody.
bitch ass nigga, man. Like I'm saying, like nigga wasn't doing like he's.
I mean, Charles Barkley fought Shaq.
That's true.
That was staged.
So
Yeah,
are
I mean, maybe.
Them niggas said we
I mean,
fight
like,
next
Charles,
week, nigga.
Charles Oakley said he slapped Charles Barkley. and he didn't do nothing.
I believe that. I believe
That
that.
sounds more like
Charles Oakley.
I mean, but who gonna do something to Charles Oakley?
Antonio Davis,
Who's I listening to talk?
Mace.
Dog, I was listening to, it might have been Antonio Davis. I don't know, but they was somebody know. I don't know if it was him or not, so I can't guarantee it. But they was saying like they was asking like who's somebody you played against who you thought was gonna be stronger, and somebody said Anthony Mason. But I might have been Antonio Davis. I don't remember who it was, but it was just like
I remember Larry Bird told him all them muscles ain't gonna help him today.
yeah.
Larry Bird was polarizing. Can we give Larry Bird
Larry Bird was nowhere near polarized.
He's my hero.
He talked smack, right? He was edgy. He was, you know.
It was funny because it made me think about with Chris Webber. I was watching Chris Webber last night on NBA TV. He was talking about ugly jump shots. They were talking about Lonzo. And they started talking about all the ugly shots.
Webber?
He said, I was thinking, but he said Larry Bird. Y'all think Larry Bird had an ugly shot?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I don't agree. I thought Larry shit was maybe it's kind of one of those things.
Pull it all back here.
Right, but it was hella quick. I like
The follow through was the follow through.
So he shot like a
You know, we got this guy thing.
Oh,
They were showing
those said he used to
like
be good.
they were showing like they're talking about like
Uncle
Kevin
Rico.
Martin and Joakim Noah and Michael Adams. Larry Bird's not. in that conversation.
Man,
Because
he doesn't work.
Chris
He
Webber's
made all
shit
his
is
shots.
Chris Webber's shit is uglier than Larry Bird.
Sean Marion, the
Sean
little
Marion was
flick.
another one.
Yeah, but you talking about.
I'm like, well, Chris, bring your shit up because his shit was pretty.
You don't bring
yours.
up Larry Bird because he made all the shots. But if Larry Bird,
But it was so like I don't know.
if Larry
I
Bird
like
didn't
it.
shoot well, you'd be like, that's ugly. He got to fix it.
It sounds like you guys are getting the game 4. Are we top?
Yeah, Magic
top
Johnson
four,
shit was ugly. The Magic's too.
top four.
Magic's was definitely that push little.
He felt like he wasn't strong enough. But when you got blue knee pads on, how you
He said
supposed
like
to?
he wasn't strong enough.
And he had on blue knee pads.
That shot in the fucking
Like they
All-Star
needed
game
to
was so
lower the
funny.
floor.
When he was leaning this way.
That shot the fuck out of here.
Magic's so raw. 'cause
That shit was
Magic
trash.
was so cold. You know what's funny is when you go back, like you ever watch. Me and AC was laughing about that, dog. When you be like hearing people talk about what happened, and Magic was talking about, and I was James Worth. Somebody was telling the story when Magic hit the hook shot.
Yeah.
But a play before that, and he described something that never happened.
Yeah.
He was like, so he went this way and I went that way, and he showed the replay like, no, that's not what happened.
Well, no, what Magic was talking about it. The NBA 50 shit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then even when he hit the hook shot, he said, when he went, and he said, I gave
He
him
did the heavy, he did it
hesitation.
with the heavy.
Nobody moved when this
That
blue pads
whole
moved.
interview,
Yeah.
that whole NBA 50 shit, Magic gassed everything.
But that's part of Magic
That's
being
back
Magic.
when Magic was the best person to talk basketball.
See, he should tweet that. He don't like his tweets be so trash.
No, it ain't that. It's that he moved into a different space.
Yeah.
Nah, but
And
it's still, but he's still a hoop nigga though. Like he
No,
runs,
dog, now everything Magic says is inclusive now. That's what makes
Yeah,
his
he's
tweets
in the
so
wrong.
trash. He never has anything bad to say about anybody.
Right.
And if he does, it's real careful.
I'm just talking about like just the passion. Like he don't even talk with the passion no more. It's super.
Like, his business now.
Yeah, that's
and
trash.
then said,
If he's still in the hoop, he's in the basketball business. You're
look,
not like
man, he said,
you're not selling chicken.
he said, but it's different. I mean, it's different.
that was super racist.
I
You
know.
selling chicken?
He's not selling chicken and watermelon.
Holy
selling plates.
smokes.
Pig feet at the church.
Look, because when
That's pig feet is great. You like
Shit
pig
is
feet?
hella
Nah,
good.
hell, pig feet is
Pig
great,
feet?
boy.
Pig
You
feet?
get, you
Pig
get
feet are
between
hella
them toes.
Oh,
That shit good.
Pig feet are hella
y'all
good.
serious?
Pig feet is hella good.
I'm like real son Pauls. I'm eating damn near every piece of pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tried to pause that. That still wasn't good, though.
Yeah, I mean,
You ate
besides, I can't.
I used to like chillins when I was a
Yeah,
kid
you
because the OGs
used
was
to-
eating it.
Yeah, chillin',
As I
yeah,
grew up, I
that's
don't like chillins
awful.
anymore.
That shit is.
I haven't ate them in 20
Pig
years.
feet is great. It has a nice. I'm telling you, in between the
Once you
toes,
get
bro.
over what it is, it's just meat.
You had it boiled.
Boiled,
I had it.
barbecue.
Shit, I need some barbecue.
Can we,
barbecue pig feet?
so
I think anything could be good barbecue.
Fat. Put some char on that motherfucker.
You put some char on it.
Hey, a third grader barbecue.
Hey, if I leave a bar ass hot dog barbecue, then
we're
I'll
not gonna
eat
bring
pretty much
bars
anything.
to the discussion. Of
You eat
disgusting
bar
things.
ass?
Not anymore. I'm past
You
that.
can't
I'm too
talk about
classy.
chillins if you eat bar.
Yeah,
If you've ever eaten a bar
I'll
ass
eat a
past being
chitlin
3
sandwich
years old.
between a bar ass.
Back in the day, bar ass was great.
Because they cost
Bar ass
34 cents.
Okay, what are we
You
talking
eat
about?
bologna?
I've eaten
You
bologna.
in the store?
You used to like bologna, didn't you?
Get the fuck out
No,
of here.
you like that nasty
they're not
ass
from
salami.
You like the
Last-
cotton
That
last-
kind of salami,
last
that
night-
shit
with
with the pepper in
with the
it.
triangle built around it.
Nah, you gotta get not that kind. You gotta get the Oscar Mayer.
You can
They don't have
afford.
that
You can
one.
afford Oscar Mayer.
They
This is unreal.
Last night I told my wife we was at the store.
You got a wife?
We was talking about we was shopping at the store. And I was like, "Would you?" I saw a bar S. I was like, "You would make a sandwich with this?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Oh, she still rock with bar
Cause
ass?
she
I'm
real.
like,
She's
I
real,
wouldn't kiss you
man.
if you ate that.
She real. Have you ever ate a hot dog from A&PM?
Oh.
Because that's worse than bar ass.
Somebody likes the hamburger.
I've had a hamburger from there.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You can't
I've had
knock
a
bar ass if
hamburger
you
from
eating
there.
something that's been rotating for 8
hamburger
hours.
from PM is
That's
A
amazing.
hamburger is always
It's-
safer than
No,
a hot
it's been
dog.
rotating
And
for
that
like
makes me
13
spit
But I don't know if
hours.
that's beef.
If it's spinning like this for 3 days, you gonna eat this?
A hamburger is always safer than a hot dog.
Let me ask this
Yeah.
question. Let me ask you a question.
They said if
What-
you eat 14 hot dogs in a year, it'll take you off your life.
Really?
I swear.
Holy smokes.
That's
Y'all,
science.
this might be the last time y'all see me, ladies and gentlemen, right?
You eat a lot of hot dogs, Paws?
Yeah.
Boris.
Well, not as much as I did back in the day growing up. But listen, where in an
Start your
A&PM structure do they make the hamburgers?
I think they fly that shit in from somewhere.
Because you think they got the budget to be flying in
make that
hamburgers?
shit in
Yeah,
Pump
oh, yeah, they
Six.
do.
That is disgusting. You eating that unleaded hot dog?
Ask yourself, where does this food come
The
from?
cheese been melted on there for 8 hours. That shit's just part of the
disgusting.
hamburger.
It's discolored and everything.
And the bun. All that shit's connected
The
eternally.
buns are usually hard on the end.
Yeah, why? Because it's been there for
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
And you like it?
Last time I had
Do
one
you eat
was
McDonald's?
What'd you put on it? Relish?
relish on the hamburger.
Relish on a hamburger is great. Them chopped up joints.
I never had that.
cool.
Yeah, you do. Man, every place got at the In-N-Out's little sauce
I
got
don't
them.
like In-N-Out.
We had a conversation before getting
Fuck
on
with the
air
AM/PM
about the greatness or lack
Well, now I
thereof
don't
of
like
Chris
it. It's
Webber.
overrated.
We debated about Chris Webber, and we talked a little bit about jump shots. We got in the bird, talking about people. What's your top 4 power forwards? Give me your top 4 power forwards all time. Not your favorite. Who are the best 4 power forwards to ever play the game?
Is DeMarcus a 4 now?
That's what I'm talking about. Those are the kind of questions we need to ask on this show.
R2.
Boogie! Those are the kind of questions we need to ask.
The era, I loved all the players. So for me, it'd be like Duncan, Rasheed, Weber, maybe Gasol.
Gasol? No Dirk?
No, Dennis Rodman. Dennis
Oh,
Rodman.
that's your favorite player?
Yeah.
So Rodman, Duncan,
Rodman, in order would be Rodman, Weber,
Rasheed, and Duncan.
Rasheed, Garnett.
So Duncan's not in your top 4 power forwards?
No, but he's one of my top 10 favorite players ever.
Holy smokes.
Duncan, Garnett, one of them.
Yeah.
What you got?
Chris Webber.
Sam Perkins. I forgot he said he played like Sam Perkins. That's
Brian.
so funny. You
Brian.
played just like Sam.
That's
Not no more.
Big Smooth.
Big Smooth.
You didn't play like North Carolina Sam Perkins. Indiana Pacers with the fucked up hair.
Now, he didn't give you Seahawks. Supersonics.
I think it's at the Seahawks. Damn, Weber. You know what? Like I was yeah, because Weber was my favorite player. Like before Trev. Facts.
Set the standard.
One of my favorite old players that just passed, Connie Hawkins. I'm gonna give the Hawks some love. Fours.
Tim Duncan, perhaps? Kevin Garnett?
No, he hates Tim Duncan.
I was talking about the best 4.
Nah, you good.
Dirk. Let's go Dirk.
Drew hates Tim
Oh
Stat.
shit! So we were talking.
Stat.
Oh, I picked favorite because Tim Duncan's better than him.
Okay, that's fine.
Amari Stoudemire. He's one of my favorites, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're talking about favorites, right?
Yeah, that's cool. A nigga who bathed in red wine. He said Tim Duncan? Nah.
Yeah, even with favorites, no,
Amari
favorites are
Stoudemire.
fine. But Amari Stoudemire.
No, he's good. No, he's
That was a
fine.
great
You
player.
good.
He's
Listen.
fine. He's fine.
Listen.
Tim Duncan.
Facts.
Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah.
Hey, you talking
We're
about
not gonna play Amari.
You talking about LaVar Ball get
We're not gonna do
And
that.
Amari did used to give Duncan the blues.
Oh, we do it because
he
we
was so
serious
athletic.
or just jokes because Amari Stoudemire was
No,
a great
Amari.
player.
Amari Stoudemire was very good.
He was all right.
No, Amari
He was a great
special.
player.
Amari was special. Amari was special. Hell yeah.
Oh, God.
Before Amari got hurt.
Amari was a special
he's
athlete.
special-
Is Blake Griffin special?
That's what I'm saying. What's Blake Griffin? Because Blake Griffin's out of this world if he's special.
No, he
No,
wasn't.
they're like the same thing.
Except
No,
Blake Griffin's better.
Amari's,
For one,
Amari's longer.
Amari's a better defender and
Yeah.
a better rebounder.
He was a better defender.
Amari Stoudemire. Do you remember Amari Stoudemire's rebounding?
It was
Amari
like
was
6 or
a
7
great
rebounds a
pick and roll
game.
player.
No, it was like 9 points. It was like
No, it
He
wasn't.
was a
No,
double-
it
But what is
wasn't.
Blake?
Well, Blake Griffin is a special player, right? If you're in the top 15
No, but
players in the league.
you said-
Okay.
They lost like 20 games in a row.
If you
I don't even know another player on the team besides DeAndre Jordan.
okay,
That's fine.
I mean, they got Gallinari. They got some.
They got Gallo.
They got some players.
From Denver.
They're not that good, but if you want to
Lance, set these cats straight,
Who
man.
else
Tell
on
them,
there?
get a real list.
I thought we were always doing the best. Okay,
Austin Rivers.
Duncan, fucking Kevin
No, your
Garnett.
favorite.
Fucking the fuck out of here. They got like Amari Stoudemire's game.
That's
fine.
like,
What's the problem?
no, I'm sitting up you. Cause I know we was talking about favorite or best.
favorite's fine.
Yeah, that's my
That's
favorite.
fine.
But even to be your favorite, Amari Stoudemire is
Stoudemire-
tricky.
Why?
I thought he was gonna say Tim Baker. Once I heard Amari Stoudemire.
A 28 and 10 guy?
Antonio
28 and 10?
McDyson.
You want to pull up stats now?
Pull them up. That's fine.
He was what? Yeah, nigga, that's what I'm saying. Nigga,
He
I was
killed
like 30
niggas. What
points a
y'all talking
game.
about?
All right, man.
Like, swear he did.
He
averaged
averaged
like
30
30.
before the year. First year he went to the Knicks.
So
he
the
was
team
definitely
had-
averaging
Amari was
30.
unstoppable.
Are we talking
Team
about-
Mac was
at least
fucking
like-
great.
No, we talking about a couple years where he did that. Amari didn't have
Amari
no
got
record.
hurt. He got hurt.
That's
He was
fine.
great. Amari was great.
Get these niggas.
Drew, great pick.
Lance Scooty's kind
Tim Duncan, all right, fucking Earl Thurman and shit. Thurl Bailey.
So now everybody got to be whack because you got
Fuck
Amari.
out of here.
Thurl Bailey was nice.
Who the fuck is Earl Thurman?
Some cat that went to Valley.
Earl Thurman. That nigga sound nice though.
They looking funny in the light. Bring
Nah, nigga.
Bring him over here.
25 was his boards.
Okay.
25 and 8.
Okay. You go to 28 and 10. You talking about?
Now 28's
Nah,
coming.
he had 26.
Okay. Are we listening?
26, 20, 25, 21, 23, 25, and after that he was hurt.
He said 28 and 10 and
Yeah.
never got to.
No, he
never.
never 28.
It was close.
26.
And never got to 10.
We'll get his
He never got to 10.
26 and 9. We have 26 and 9.
Hey,
It's always more. It's always more. Rodman averaged 30 rebounds. nigga.
my nigga, we're laughing at Amari Stoudemire. That's weird.
Amari Stoudemire was the product of Steve Nash.
That's insane.
That's what that was.
Amari
Amari
was
Stoudemire.
great.
Amari Stoudemire was good.
He was
man.
cool.
great.
He
Oh,
was cool.
Like I said, last year on the
He was
Knicks,
cool.
the last year healthy on the Knicks, he was 25 and 8, and that was what no Steve Nash.
And he was never-
That's what Steve Nash was
And he didn't say
fucking
28
on
and
Dallas.
10. He said 26 and 8. And he had that. He said 26 and 8. He didn't say.
But the nigga,
No, he said 28 and 10.
I said this out, but I was.
he
Okay.
averaged 26.
Go ahead. You gonna say that was Trevor?
I'm not saying.
You and LaVar?
Like I said, Robin
all
averaged
I'm
30.
saying
Les, who was yours? Who else you got besides fucking George Mike and
some Bob Ryan glasses.
Bob Ryan.
Why
We
would
got
Bob Ryan
Trevor
teeth look
McHale.
like that? Nobody asked those questions.
Ooh, Mikhail. Somebody got to go.
Oh, your fucking boy.
Ain't
We
no
got Charles.
backtracking. Ain't no backtracking.
Absolutely.
Chuck. But Chuck is one of my favorite players.
Somebody got to go.
Ain't no
Charles-
backtracking.
Charles
man.
Barkley.
No half stepping.
Yeah, Charles never.
You locked in now.
Charles Barkley might be the illest basketball player you ever seen in your life.
He not fucking with Mikhail. Even Mikhail used to dog that.
Charles
nigga.
Barkley,
Chuck said that.
Kevin McHale,
Oh, I got Mikhail. Somebody.
Kevin
got
Garnett.
Never thought I'd hear that name.
I know, right? These people over here.
Nah, you got Big Tim Duncan.
What do you mean these
Because you went to war for him when niggas was picking Rodman and Stat. You got to.
Rodman's fucking better than all of them, so I don't need none of that shit.
Yeah, nah, I mean,
Rodman would be on the list for you too, wouldn't he?
yeah, but I
When you were
rock.
Raptors fans, you got Jerome Williams.
No, but you gotta remember Dennis Rodman.
That nigga was in the
3-4.
big
He
three.
played a lot of
He
his
was in the
career.
big three league, the same nigga.
Yeah.
Bro.
Didn't they win the
Oh, you can't even
championship?
get buckets in that.
Didn't they win the championship? No, Al Harrington's team won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the last person?
Big Three was
Oh,
good.
so who'd I say? I
Is
said
Big Three
You said
coming back?
KG,
George
Mikhail, Barkley.
Most of
and
them.
Dirk.
That's ill.
Yeah, that's four.
Is Big Three coming back?
I don't know.
That,
Why?
shit, that
You
was.
wanna play?
I enjoyed Big Three.
You don't watch the NBA, but you watch the Big Three.
Yeah, that's awkward. He ain't seen Giannis, but he finna go watch.
I get
Jerome
to
Williams.
watch Bibby again.
He's never seen
incredible.
Giannis.
I tuned in to watch my two of my three favorite players of all time.
And they
Both
got
the
hurt.
niggas didn't play.
You a
Because they're
curse, man.
both cancers to teams. They would have hurt their teams anyway.
I'm telling you, Drew. Man, you got to curse me. Cam, Jameis, Big Three, Jason Williams. Man, I don't know, man. You might want to stay away from some cats. They not having your favorite players ain't having good years, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drew was hot when Jason Williams got traded for
I was heartbroken.
that was the most brilliant thing ever. I thought it was smart.
easy money.
They just didn't. They didn't coach him right.
I was heartbroken.
Anyway,
That Jason Williams dad should have came out and said the Kings don't know. Rick Adams don't know how to coach my boy.
Then, well, then he
That
went
would've
to
been true.
Memphis and won 50 games.
Oh,
He
but
won
other
Went to the
than
Heat
that-
and won a chip.
he won 50
He leveled
games.
up.
Hey, who's been like the most famous dad before that?
before LaVar
Before
Ball.
LaVar.
Tiger Woods dad.
Mace Weber?
Tiger
Talking
Woods
about
dad.
basketball.
Nah, what's him called?
Basketball?
Dale
Serena
Curry?
Williams' parent.
Who?
Yeah,
He
Serena-
said basketball.
Oh, basketball?
LeBron,
Dale Curry.
Delonte
Rick
West.
Rick
I was
Barry?
about to say Rick Barry.
Delonte. That's so disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. Holy smokes. Thank you for tuning into the Game
Dale
4
Curry.
podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thanksgiving. Delonte West? You better not ever get celebrity clearance. Brian gonna take off for you on site, bro. That is insane.